Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Run It Up number 37. That's right, our very first Run It Up on the new Run It Up headquarters. We are playing a $25 six max tournament on UltimatePoker.com. We have played a couple of these before, and I think we've actually done really well. This might be our winningest format. These in sit and goes, at least these six max sit and goes. So this is hand number 3. I've been playing a couple of these on. I've been playing a couple of these tonight. This is the third of them that I've played. I am 0-2 so far. That's right. I've tried to make video. Not only am I 0-2 in sit and goes, but I'm also 0-2 in video making because I've had some issues. Let's just leave it at that. I have had some problems, but I think everything is taken care of now. See, I just fixed that because that annoyed me. It wasn't like perfectly aligned at the top. But we've just recently upgraded everything here, as you guys I'm sure have seen, or you can see it now at least. We've changed some things, but we did our best to idiot proof as much as we could. But apparently, I'm still enough of an idiot to mess it up a little bit. So there's so many cool things we can do with this platform. It's really unbelievable. Like, even for spots like this, we're not in the hand anymore. Let's change it up a little bit. Let's go to that. How do you like that? Now look at this. Look what we've got here. It's like a little desk with a thing, and we're doing it. And yeah, it's great. Wow, that's weird. Min re-raise, fold. That's something interesting, worth noting. Let's I guess we're folding this anyway. So yeah, it's been a wild week. We started out on Monday with just the actual idea. The idea of this week with the production team that I had here was basically just to do videos, to go out and do different things. And we had a whole bunch of ideas for videos. And then I think my head production guy was just like, what if we just rebuilt the set this week? Because when he came and saw what I was actually doing, he was a little appalled, I think. Because he was like, you're making videos on this? And there's like a light that I took from like 1970 that was somehow still in the apartment. And I was like, oh, that's my light. And he was just a little shocked, I think. So we spent the whole week, 12 hours every day or more, just trying to get different components. And we actually didn't even spend that much money, which is impressive for me, because usually my solution to these problems is just to throw money at it. But no, we didn't spend that much money. And yeah, we had everything finished late last night, posted yesterday's video, and I was really excited to actually, I guess Friday night, I should say. So I was really excited to like wake up on Saturday, make videos all day. It was going to be great and productive. Went to sleep fairly late and slept like 14 hours. Like, I haven't slept 14 hours in I don't even know how long. There was like a 5-minute window where I woke up and thought I was going to wake up, where I tweeted the video and I tweeted the video, put it on Facebook, and then I was like, oh, I guess I'll just close my eyes for 30 seconds more. Nope. 5 hours later, I wake back up and I'm like, oh, okay. I guess it was more than 5. No, it was about 5. But yeah, I slept like an insane amount of time yesterday. So my plans were a little bit different, but I guess we should go through this. I've been playing these sit and goes now. This is the third in a row I've played, as I said before. So I recognize this PMFR guy. He had been playing in all the sit and goes. He's been a little more aggressive than the average person, but don't really know a ton about him. And 7-Eleven we've seen before in several of our sit and goes. He's a sit and go regular, it seems to me. So yeah, we've started out today with $486. I've managed to lose 50 of that so far. So we have $435 prior to the sit and go buy-in, but I'm not worried, We're going to put so much time in and grind that it doesn't matter win or lose today. I'm not worried. We've got ourselves so many good things going on that I think we can run it up from here pretty well. I have confidence in us. Pocket aces. Speaking of confidence, let's full screen pocket aces. Think if there's ever a time, now is the time. So Magic 8 Ball decides to raise, make it 120. I think we're going to re-raise here. Now, we just saw this player fold to a small re-raise. So knowing that, we want to make it a little bit smaller than usual. I think 280 is still fine, though. I mean, is it possible this player will still fold to like 180? Of course it's possible. We just saw him fold to a min re-raise. But I think if he has anything you really can't fold for 160 more, he does stick around. Not the best flop, but can't really do anything besides bet, get it in here. He decides to bet, which is interesting. So the question is, do we Raise, call, or shove. I actually think the best thing to do here is just to shove. I think it actually looks weakest to shove here than to do anything else. If he has any kind of pair, he has to just call. I think he'll talk himself into calling with most pairs, especially if he has like a pair and a straight draw or something like that. Like I think this looks weakest, but maybe that's wrong against this guy. It looks like he's gonna just muck it. Yeah, maybe we could have made it smaller, but I don't want to make it like 400 because 500 or whatever it is, because that definitely looks stronger. But maybe we should have considered calling. Any kind of a straight card is bad for us. Any kind of like 9, 7, 8, 6, 5. I mean, there's not like a ton of super bad cards, but there's certainly a couple bad ones. I thought that when he bet like that, he was likely going to convince himself to bet call, but I was wrong about that. What can you do? Decide to raise here with ace-king offsuit. Shockingly enough, yes, we decide, as though it was some decision. We did raise though. That much is true. Pretty good flop for us. We're gonna start with the bet here. I'm gonna bet 210. I'd already decided in my head I like the number 210, so that's what we did. If you haven't seen what we've done with the playset, I'll give you a little bit of a tour. Don't worry. But for the time being, we're all right. Shipped it over. No big deal. All right, we're on a heater. 2 hands in a row. That's it. The Conor McGregor avatar finally getting some work done, because now he knows he's actually on camera. And I don't have anything mic'd, at least, or muted, which at least I hope so. Don't have like the wrong things selected. I'm used to my other software where you can hit record not on the screen and it records. Nope, this one you have to actually click the button. Whoops, who knew? So yeah, there's a whole bunch of like little tweaks and things that I'm still getting used to, like hotkeys and stuff like that. But I'm really excited for the platform that we have here. So many cool things we can do with like streams and guests and different formats of this and that, and it's all pretty awesome. I mean, look what we can do here. We just got this. We just go, I go 1, 2. Look at that. Look what we can do here. We can just do like a stop and chat. We talk what's going on. Look, we have this going on, but who even worries about that? We're just talking, relaxing. It's just lovely. Oh, there wasn't all in somehow, despite these hands being very weird to be all in. Looks like Queen 7 does ship this hand somehow. Not quite sure how that went in because I wasn't paying attention, but we'll fold the King 6 suited under the gun. Seems like a weird hand to have been all in against, but all right, interesting enough. So yeah, this will be kind of a crazy week. This is actually the first week of like the last 6 weeks I've been making videos where I think I have 3 days to make videos and do pretty much nothing else, and I'm really excited about that. So many different things I've been like toying with idea-wise, like a couple different challenges, and obviously just to run it up generally. I actually have a good amount of time this week to make videos, so I'm really excited about that. And this particular hand folds around to PMFR, who decides to raise. I think calling is fine. We could also shove once in a while, but I think calling is the way to go. We flop a puppy dog feet draw. That's a joke, by the way. In case it's not obvious. So we got a decision between calling and shoving. I think that this is the kind of flop where our opponent will be betting a good amount of the time. He could have nothing and just be doing it, but I don't really want to shove here. I guess I decided to call. Shoving is better if we think there's a chance he can fold, which I guess there actually is a chance he can fold, but I thought there is also a chance if we called that there'd be some good turn cards that we could get him to check fold on, like 9s and like 6s and stuff. Maybe would give us draws, and I thought there was a chance that any turn card above a jack, there was a chance he might check fold on. Given that he's betting this twice, it's possible that he's bluffing us. I mean, he can't really be bluffing us because we have 7 high, but there's a chance that he doesn't have anything and is just bet folding for sure. But I think the decision to be made here is on the flop, not on the turn. I usually do raise that flop and usually just ship it in his face because usually they either, there's some decent percentage of the time that he just doesn't have anything and just folds, and then he does bet call. We end up usually being like 30% on average when he bet calls like that. So I think I actually might have made a mistake there and talked myself into calling. I think I thought he was stronger than he actually was, but maybe not. Hard to tell. Even though we've been playing this guy for a decent amount of time, I think it's hard to say for sure. All right, that pocket's chopped up over there. Scuba Steve, look at this avatar. Little zombie avatar there. We've got the old Karthus looking like avatar over there. Got a nice little cast of characters. A little Leprechaun, Magic 8 Ball. All right, cool, sweet. We got ourselves a nice little diversity here. We all sing, hold hands, sing Kumbaya after it's over. We're all friends here, just brothers in gambling. So today was UFC 164. I was lucky enough that even though I slept 14 hours, I still woke up just in time for the main card, which was nice. I woke up at like 6:30 or something insane, and I was like, oh, good, time for the UFC. So I did watch that. That was pretty awesome. Some good fights there. I ended up losing a little bit of money because I bet on Bendo at even money. I couldn't help myself. Even money was seemed too good, and didn't work out for me this time. But I'm not convinced that bet is bad. MMA sports betting variance is so high. It's actually kind of crazy, and it's even higher when you're betting on strikers or in matches where there are heavy duty strikers. So in this hand, I think we actually are supposed to shove. We're gonna be favored against this guy. We're basically gonna be putting in 500 chips with 300 chips in overlay, because he's likely to be so wide in this situation. We even have the best hand some percentage of the time. All right, we're gonna need to sweat a club or an ace. All right, one more time, no club or ace, and we'll be shipping this. All right, we do pick that pot up there. So yeah, basically the reason why we shove here, even though our hand isn't great, I think we can shove here because this player only has 2.5 blinds under the gun. Blinds go up pretty fast. We're likely going to get these two players to fold behind us, and we're going to show up. I think we just shove here as well with a pair under the gun with 2400. But yeah, I think basically we're basically being laid a price from the pot, given that that player is kind of weak. There's 300 dead chips in the pot already from the blinds. Not dead, I guess, but likely dead. So decided to shove there, and it worked out for us, which is nice. Over to PMFR here, who could just call with like pocket threes and be 80% to bust us. Thankfully, not this case. Rocking the chip lead, and always sweet. That's how we like it here at Team Conor McGregor. That's it, right? We don't like the short stack stuff. Let's be chip lead, bitch. That's right. That's what I think we should do. All right, so it folds around. I agree. I concur with liking being chip lead. All right, let's see a flop, dealer. Check. 4-5-6 flop, huh? That's interesting. I assume he's going to bet here a good percentage of the time. He decides to check, which is fine. I will be the one to bet then. That is fine with me. If he check raises, we just fold. He decides to check call, though. 5 is an interesting turn card. I'm just going to stop betting at this point. I'm not really convinced we can get him to fold anything that check calls as flop. He might have a hand like Queen 7, which would fold, but I think I'm fine with just checking at this point. Good river card for Queen 7 if that's what he had. I don't think I'm planning on doing anything. I mean, I don't think there's a chance. He never folds a pair. He never folds ace high, probably. I think we just check. We give it a shot. We even win here some percentage of the time. Ace king, look at that little tricky. He decides to just limp in with ace king. I don't have anything. I just call. We dodge that trap at least. Going to be folding the 5-8 offsuit here in the small blind. I think that's fine. Blinds will be going up in like not that long. What is it? Under 1 minute to 125, 250. So we're gonna have some work to do then. In this case, if this guy shoved under the gun, this is different than the spot we had just looked at because he's got 700 chips, so he's got some time. So he's probably less loose than the other guy when he had 500. So I'd probably have just folded this if he had shoved. Oop, we got called very quickly. We're gonna need a queen ball. Not the best of starts for us, unfortunately, nor the best of turns. I think this is just unlucky, though. I don't think we could have done much. I mean, what else? I mean, we can't fold here with 10 big blinds on the button, small blind, short stack. We're basically the same size as the big blind. Can't call us super widely, but even then, we have queen jack. It's not like we have queen 7 and busted to that, so... In this case, when we have 100 chips, we're going to really need our Conor McGregor Lucky Charms here. I think we just fold King Deuce. We get to look at 2 more hands before we have to make a decision. Only 1 hand, I guess, if this guy busts. But no, 2 more hands, either way. That's not how poker works. Button moves big blind, I think. I think we'll have 2 hands to pick, even if this guy busts. But King Deuce is slightly favored against 1 random hand, obviously. But I don't think it's better than 2 random hands. So we did decide to fold there. Only 2 spots pay, so it's unlikely we'll squeak into the money with our current stack. We're going to need to do some running it up with our 90 chips here. Hey, it could happen. Antes are good for us. All right, looks like King Deuce is going to be the hand for us. We can't fold with antes now because we just put in... I had missed that part as well. So we definitely can't fold with antes. All right, what are we up against? Oh, we got way the best hand. All right, all we need to sweat is a queen or a 9. That's it. And then we'll have almost a big blind. Oh, he's drawing dead. Get out of here. Get out of here with your queen 9 offsuit. We've got 3 pair. Not even close. All right, so we're all in the big blind now for... We more than doubled up thanks to the antes, which is sweet. 230 chips. What's our hand in the big blind? Let's see how good it is. Queen 5. I should have spread that out. I should have covered it up. That's what I should have done. All right, let's see who we're up against in the small blind. All right, once again, slight favorite. Gonna need to dodge a jack or a 9. Same spot as the last hand, pretty much. Okay, we're a jack or a 9 away from 500 chips. All right. Oh boy, this would be a run it up right here if we can win this. This would be a true run it up. The 90 chip rebirth. I mean, we do have the old faithful behind us, you know, burning away. It's not giving up. We're not giving up. You know, can't quit. Won't quit. Can't quit. Won't quit. I do know that's not the actual phrase. Yes. It's stop. All right. So I actually think we fold in this case. I think, you know, we're putting in. I don't think like. I actually guess maybe there's a chance we're supposed to call. But it can't be raise, shove. I mean, our equity is high. We have 150 chips in the pot. That actually might be a call. That's one of those things I'd like to look at actually with like real math. Like that's a real math question. We're going to have to shove here with our ace on the button, of course. Good, we get heads up. So we're basically heads up with some nice overlay. Once again, one of these types of things. All right, we've got ourselves some outs even if he turns a queen, which is nice. All right, no queen, no 6, 900 chips. All right. Okay. We've done it. We actually are now in 3rd place, which is fantastic. This could be, I'm not jinxing anything, but let's just say this would be one for the record books if we could make it work. 10-3 suited under the gun. I think we just fold. I mean, actually, maybe this is a shove just because of the fact that we actually have fold equity now. Blinds are going to be 200, 400 in a minute. Not by the time we're a big blind, but soon, that's for sure. I think this is also very close, and all right. So we would have run up against the ace deuce almost for sure here. Not that makes a big difference, but I'm pretty sure the ace deuce wouldn't have folded to our shove. Oh, we would have got there, but I think I like our shove. Maybe not though. Maybe this is actually a bad fold. Under the gun. The more I think about it, the more I think that's probably a shove. But, all right, queen jack offsuit here in the big blind. Definitely not folding unless it goes like shove, shove, shove. Then I guess we can fold. Everything else will be all in. 7-11 over there. Limps. Interesting. So I think what he's trying to do here, we got bailed out by this fella because if he had called and we shoved, it would go call a lot. But we also could have just limped, checked preflop also, by the way. But I'm happy to shove. I think he's weak there often enough. We're going to need a queen jack or a 10. Otherwise, the run is over, I'm afraid. Not this time. Close, not quite, though. So it didn't work out for us, I'm afraid. We did our best. We were a coin flip away from having 2,000 chips. We could have also just checked, I guess, and then open shoved on this flop. That probably also would have been fine. So, yeah, that was that sit and go. That's kind of unfortunate. I mean, I feel like that queen jack hand is probably at worst, it's a slight mistake to shove preflop. I mean, we're opting into an all-in, which is bad. So I think that it could be bad to shove that preflop, but it can't be that bad. Like, checking and making good decisions post-flop might be better. But once in a while, I guess there's a chance we like check and he has like jack 9 or something like that, and the board whiffs and we're effectively just making mistakes. So it can't be that bad, you know. Given that I think he's not that strong pre-flop, it can't be that bad to shove. But it's probably better to check, see a flop, go from there, and protect that remaining stack. I'm actually pretty sure that it was like too automatic to shove their pre-flop, but it's all right, no big deal. We're down to like 400. $410 or so, because we lost three of these $25 Sit and Goes today, but ain't no thing. We're gonna run it up, don't we worry. I mean, look at this place. How do we not run it up, right? So we'll be back with more videos tomorrow. Every single day this week there'll be a new video, whole bunch of cool stuff coming, so hope you check it out. I will see you guys back here for more tomorrow. Peace.